Packers looked like world beaters against the
Yeah.
high school defense, the Chicago Bears. I'll remind everybody, the Baltimore Ravens traded for Roquan Smith and gave him a massive contract. That guy was at the center of the Bears defense, and they decided he wasn't good enough. Now we are letting Jordan Love look like he is a Hall of Famer in the first week of the season. I got to tell you, I'm not buying the hype yet. And they're on the road at the Falcons. The Falcons are underdogs. Tickets coming in on the Packers, money coming in on the Falcons. A reminder for everybody, tickets means public, money means professional bettors. Simon, I don't know how many times we have to say it. We're an Atlanta Falcons podcast. It makes no sense to me the Falcons would be underdogs at home against this team. It makes zero sense. I remember on Sunday night, I kept fumbling it over it because I kept saying they were 1.5 point favorites. You're like, no, they're dogs, because I couldn't believe my eyes.
Another game, great for a Wong teaser. It's 1.5. Take it up to 7.5. It's just sometimes it's too easy. And this just feels like the same thing with Houston. Like we're getting a home dog that anyone that watched that game finally came to the opinion that I had all offseason, which is Ritter is not a starting quarterback in this league. This guy cannot put the ball downfield. But holy hell, is that run blocking scheme incredible for this Atlanta team. So I kind of think we saw their identity for the whole season. Atlanta, they're going to rely on their defense and running the ball. And one of Green Bay's biggest weaknesses is against the run. So, this is one of these spots where we'll take Algier, we'll take Robinson and that amazing backfield, and we'll roll the dice here with a home dog. It's one of our tougher bets, though. Like I'm trying to make this one of our 5. It's one of those spots of like, okay, one of these two teams is definitely going to make the playoffs from winning this game, right? We see the stats. Teams that start 2-0, they have a really high percentage of making the playoffs. So, what team do you really believe in here, Chad, to make a playoff run? Is it Green Bay in that tough division, or is it Atlanta in this really soft division where them and the Saints look like, they're going to be the best? I know the Bucs hype's crazy right now, but the Atlanta team, oh man, it's a hard one to swallow because we are banking on Jordan Love not being as good as he looked against the Bears. Because let's face it, every Packers quarterback the last 30 years has looked good against the Bears. But man, there's a couple times, Chad, where he just had zero pressure. So that's the thing here. We're going to learn if Atlanta has some good pass rushers or is Bryce Young just complete dog shit last week. So, because Green Bay's offensive line looked good. I mean, again, Chad already talked about the Bears. They didn't really have any pass rushers coming into this season. So, I'm with you on this spot, but it's like another one that's making me a little uneasy because Jordan Love could be this good in this offense. Like, we just don't know because that game kind of got out of hand so quickly, that Bears-Green Bay game where that defense just looked lost for the Bears. So, we're in a spot where we're trying to back a team that won by 14 points in week 1. Now they're a home dog. It's definitely an interesting line that Vegas hung.
That Bears defense looked horrible, but it did put Jordan Love in a lot of really advantageous spots. And
Agree.
I do think that the Falcons secondary, I mean, everybody's secondary is better than the Bears. But I'm telling you right now, I'm making an executive decision. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. Give me Arthur Smith. Give me the
What happened to the
Falcons.
Chiefs?
What's that? No, I moved on. I said I wasn't pulling the trigger. I said there were a couple other games
All right.
that were on the slate that I wanted to look at, and there's one more that is really interesting to me. But the more we talk about it, like I just can't quit Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
I think he is such a good coach, and like the team puts itself in a position to win, right? It doesn't make the stupid mistakes. He's not going to let Desmond Ritter make the stupid mistakes. He's going to get the ball into Bijan. He's going to get the ball into Algier. Like at home, they're just going to make the right call against a run defense that this is their weakness. So Atlanta Falcons, exec decision. Here we go.